It's important that you set the tone. It's important that you set the tone for your day. It's important that you set the tone for your life. And I'm going to break it down for you guys. I'm going to use myself as an example in terms of in the past, before I understood the importance of being intentional with your walk of life, being intentional, being critical when it comes to your motion in life as opposed to just floating, just like the waves, just going wherever the waves take you, just going wherever the wind takes you. It's important that you set the tone, bro. In the past, before I had vision, before I was on a mission, before I understood what my mission and my calling of life was, before I understood what my purpose was, I was pretty much like these waves, just going wherever the wind took me. I was pretty much just like these waves, bro, going wherever the wind took me, in my environment, just going with the body and the flow of what my environment took me, bro. Everybody was going to the clubs, so therefore I was going to the clubs. Everybody was going to the clubs in terms of my environment. On Mondays, I was at the club. You feel what I'm saying? On Thursday nights, I was at the clubs. On Friday nights, you know we was in the clubs. Saturday nights, in the clubs. Having to work the next day, leaving straight from the club, going to work, lethargic, you know what I'm saying, suffering. Doing it again on Sunday. Sunday night in the club. Once again, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days a week in the clubs. Pointless, bro. For what? You know? Yeah, it may have considered to be fun in the moment, but one day I grew up, one day I woke up, bro, and realized that I was wasting my life. I wasn't being intentional, you know? I wasn't on a purpose. I wasn't on any type of mission. I was just chasing cheeks, you know, chasing cheeks, just keeping it real with y'all, you know? Just chasing cheeks, bro. But I had no motion in my life. I had no motion in my life. I had no idea of what I wanted to do with my life. And I've said it before, and I'm going to continue to say it. It wasn't until one day the light switched, and I said, let me sit myself down, and let me figure out why am I here on this earth. Let me sit myself down and figure out what I want to do with my life finally. You feel me? What I finally want to do with my life. And it is then when I realized that I had nothing going on up here, bro. I had no thoughts of what I wanted to do, bro. I literally broke down in tears because I'm like, bro, I have no idea of what I want to do with my life. I have no idea of my life purpose. I have no idea of why I'm actually here. I have no idea. Well, that's an off spray. I wish I can get it on camera. I guess we in this spot. But anyway, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And so it was at that point when I started my spiritual journey, bro. I started going to church. I wanted to figure me out. I wanted to understand why God had me here on this earth. So I started my spiritual journey just like right now, bro, out here in the woods, man. I started my journey. And in that journey, I started learning a lot about myself. I had to get real with myself. You know what I mean? I realized that I was not goal-driven. You know, I realized that we needed to start becoming goal-driven. We needed to have a purpose-driven type of life. You know what I'm saying? We had to get on our purpose. I had to figure out why God had me here and start getting on my mission. And so I learned a lot about myself in that discovery, and we're still on that road of discovery. It never stops. It never stops. No matter where you at in your growth of life, no matter where you at in your place of life, I'm so much further ahead now as opposed to then. I'm so much further along in my journey. But at the same time, as long as you're alive, that discovering never stops. As long as you're breathing, no matter how much you've elevated, that discovering never stops, bro. You gotta keep discovering every single day. That said, therefore, that's when it's time to get intentional, bro. As opposed to waking up, man, and just adhering to all of the energy in life, adhering to when you go to your work, when you go to school, adhering to what other people's intentions are, bro, what their intentions may be placed upon you or what their intentions are. See, reality is, other people have their own agenda, bro. And if you don't set any agenda for yourself, other people will have an agenda for you. Let me say that again. Other people have their own agenda in life. And if you don't set your own agenda for yourself, for your life, for your walk of life, then other people will set their agendas for you. They will set their agenda on you and for you. And if you're not prepared, if you're not setting the tone, if you're not constantly setting the tone every single day, then guess what? Life will set a tone for you. And you're not going to like that, bro. You're not going to like that. You're not going to like it at all. Because The world is cold, bro. Don't nobody care about you. Don't nobody care about your walk of life. Don't nobody care about your goals. Don't nobody care that you have goals. Don't nobody care about your purpose. You have to set the tone and be intentional when it comes to your life purpose, period. And once I started doing that, once I started setting the tone, I started separating myself. My mind started changing. My mentality started to change. My behavior started to go in a different direction. My behavior started to change. You know what I mean? Change for the better, bro. I started discovering what I wanted out of life. I started making different type of friends. I started making new friends. I started cutting off people that didn't belong, including family. I started aligning myself with individuals who's on a mission, bro. Who's on a mission. And that's where I'm at to this day. You feel what I'm saying? Cutting off the fat and getting straight to the protein. You feel me? Cutting off the fat and getting straight to the protein, man. Getting straight to business. You know, being intentional about my life every single day. Waking up at 5 in the morning. Waking up at 5 in the morning, being intentional about our goals. Waking up at 5 in the morning, locking in, pulling out that journal. Waking up at 5 in the morning. Alright? After we done that, we going to the gym. By the time most people wake up, bro, I done already knocked out so much. I done knocked out so much stuff, bro, just from being intentional, waking up early in the morning. And then we still have the rest of the day to handle business, being intentional, maximizing our life, bro, maximizing the use of the 24-hour period that we have day in and day out. Getting more done, bro. Being intentional, setting the tone. It's important that you set the tone. Because if you don't set the tone, like I said, someone else will set their agenda on you. Someone else will set the tone for you. Someone else will do it, trust me. But when you set your own tone, bro, you start to separate yourself. When you set the tone and you start getting into that momentum, you start getting into that rhythm, you start getting things accomplished, you start getting things done, you look back and you be like, man, wow, look at how much more I've evolved as a person. Look at how much more I've accomplished. Look at how much further I am when it comes to my life purpose. Look at how much further I am, bro. You know, so it's important that you get, like, this is a critical thing. Make it a priority of yours, bro. Top of the morning, be intentional. Set the tone. Don't let nobody else sway you from setting the tone. You know what I mean? Trust me, man. There's so many energies and so many, you know, individuals out here who want to push their narratives and agendas on you, but you can't let it happen. You know, you got to go into whatever environment that you're in, confident, head held high, knowing that you're on a mission, knowing that you're on a pursuit, knowing that you're here to take care of business, knowing that you're on your mission. It's important that you set your own agenda. It's important that you set your tone, bro. It's important that you set the tone for your life. Just like right now, this morning, I got up, you know what I'm saying? I said, we got to get active. You feel me? We got to get active. Made sure my battery was charged, had everything that I needed. You know what I'm saying? Could have stayed in the crib. Nah, we coming out here. We setting the tone. We setting the energy. I'm bringing the energy to y'all, bro. I'm bringing the energy for me, and I'm bringing the energy to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, let's get to work. I could be doing something totally different, but nah, we working, we grinding, we setting the tone. I'm setting the tone, and I'm encouraging you to set the tone as well. But anyway, y'all, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you like content like this and you're new to us, make sure you turn on your post notification bell. That way you guys will not miss it. We're dropping content day in and day out, and I can't do it without y'all. I appreciate all my day ones, my in-betweens, and my as of nows, and my future supporters. We're manifesting growth, and I can't do it without y'all. Please contribute to this love muscle, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. As always, do what brings life to you. Please don't let those words go over your head. Do what brings life to you, and it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. You already know. Till the next video, rain, sleet, or snow, the goal is to #grow. Peace and blessings. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. One love, strength.